I left the city, I've been browsing. Treading water that they drowning. I head on the swivel, yeah. It's only really my surroundings. They keep it all the way.
Hey everybody, it's Zach, aka Zach's Reviews. We are back again with another video, and guys, we have so much to talk about from yesterday's DC Fandome. I know I didn't do any like trailer reactions yesterday. I tried to do a live stream for everybody that knows. I tried to do a live stream for DC Fandome yesterday, but it didn't work out so well. I actually I let everybody know on my YouTube channel and on Instagram I was going to be doing a live stream at 1 o'clock Eastern time on Twitch. We spent all morning, me and my brother, trying to make it work. It was very, very hard to make it work, but we actually got it going. But apparently it started lagging out. It just pretty much crashed the Twitch live stream. It didn't save, so me and my brother just ended up watching it on the TV, and I didn't think of pretty much like nothing I saw on DC Fandome was like, okay, that nothing I saw was like, okay, let me just get on my thing and do a reaction to all this stuff, because majority of what we got yesterday was like behind the scenes, stuff about them making a lot of the movies and shows and stuff and so forth. The only trailer we really got yesterday was for The Batman, which I can't wait to talk about. That is my most anticipated DC movie of next year. And I'm just super excited to talk about that. But yeah, pretty much, me and my brother, we just had a blast of a time. Pretty much, we ate, pretzels, and we were just chilling and talking and stuff while watching DC Fandome. And a couple of things caught our eye. Mainly going into watching DC Fandome was we went into it looking forward to see what they were going to be talking about the Batman. Like, that's what we went in to see, what they were going to be talking about, and to see the new trailer for the Batman. Like the main thing, the topic we're going to be talking about is the Batman. I was so blown away by their official trailer for the Batman, or their second trailer for the Batman. It blew me away. Even me, seeing the first trailer, I knew right away this movie is going to be the best Batman movie ever. It's going to be better than Christian Bale's. It's going to be better than all the other previous Batmans before. I was like, this is going to be the Batman we've been wanting. And I'm so happy that they're actually doing this Batman movie. I'm so happy that that pretty much Matt Reeves is gonna be doing this. I just can't believe that from the beginning. Right when I saw that trailer, I was like, okay, they're going for that gritty noir, year two Batman, of he's been Batman for a minute, and we don't have to see the origins of Bruce's parents dying, and then he goes on the path to becoming Batman. We're just getting into he's Batman now. He's still finding out he's still trying to find out who he is. Is he Batman? Is he Bruce Wayne? He's finding a hard time figuring out who he is, and he's just pretty much doesn't care about whether he lives or dies. He's just hardcore, gritty, edgy Batman. This is how I expected Bruce Wayne to be, right, after his first years of being Batman. He's letting out all of his anger. He doesn't care what happens to him, and I'm super excited that we're finally getting this. I've been wanting a Batman like this for the longest time, and this Batman, and by the way it looks, by the cinematography, and the way the action looks, and the way the suit looks, and just how it feels grounded, but it feels different, it feels like a different grounded than, Christopher Nolan's Batman, which that's my second favorite Batman movies. I love how, what Christopher Nolan did with those movies. He made it feel realistic in our time of, this is how a Batman could be in modern era, but I am loving how they're kind of going for this 80s almost look, or not, they're going for that kind of look of how of how it looked like in the comic book days of the Batman and stuff, and how they're making Gotham look of Arkham Knight. It's kind of it has an Arkham Knight vibe of Gotham. And I love it, but it also reminds me of, it kind of reminds me of what they were trying to do with, Todd Phillips' Joker, how they made it look like it was in the earlier era of time and stuff. So I'm really liking what they're doing, and I feel this is my dream. It's probably not going to happen, but my dream is that these Todd Phillips' Joker and Matt Reeves' Batman are in the same universe. I would love that, and that is my dream. that them to be in the same universe, because I feel like, we saw how Joker was in his story and what he went through to get to the Joker. We saw, we're seeing how this is a grittier Batman and how he's very edgy and violent and stuff. And, me and my sister were talking, saying, like, how would, if that Joker, Joaquin Phoenix Joker and, Robert Pattinson's Batman went up against each other, Robert Pattinson's Batman would kick the crap out of Joker easily. But, as we all know, Arthur is growing. And he's not at that, we saw his journey to get to that Joker aspect. And as we know, they're in talks of making a Joker 2 with Joaquin Phoenix reprising his role as the Joker. And I feel like in that movie, we can really see him. He is now Joker now. He's been Joker for a while, and we see him be, pretty much, crazy. And we see him really actually, we see the dynamic of him, not just using, his brain to, cause harm upon people, but we're going to see him actually physically, do harm and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, play mind games to people, but also play physical games to people as well. And that's why I'm thinking we could really see that Joker grow to become, the clown prince of crime. Like, we can actually see him be that in the second Joker movie. And that's why I'm hoping that it gives them enough time to really grow that Joker enough to be like, okay, that Joker could really go up against, Batman, psychologically and physically go after, Batman. So I would just really love these two universes collide, because the cinematography is there, in both of these movies. And, the feel of how, like, the Joker made me feel like it made me feel like we were going into a comic book. It really made me feel like this is the closest I felt of Gotham in a way, and of the Joker. Like, I feel like this feels so perfect. I really feel like they could really build this universe. If anything, I would love to continue in that universe and build up to a Batman and stuff. And I'm hoping that maybe this could be in the same universe and they could do a future film together. Like, that would be sick if, Todd Phillips and, Matt Reeves, like, collabed and did a movie where it's like that Batman is going against that Joker. I know that's a pipe dream. I know it might never happen, but the cinematography is there. The tone is there. And I just feel like they could really pull it off if they really wanted to do that. And I feel like it would be a waste of what they've built with the Joker movie and what they're going to build with this movie, because I feel like the tone is so there between both of these movies. And again, I mean, they have time. If Batman is more grittier and more like a different tone, they have time to upgrade that tone in the second movie to be like, okay, actually, they're in the same universe or something, or like they could do something like that. Like, they can't do it. They totally can. And I feel like that's what people eventually, I feel like, are going to want. And I'm down to do it. And I feel like Joaquin, he's not known to be doing sequels and stuff, but I feel like he would definitely consider probably doing it, and consider probably doing a third movie if it's Todd Phillips and if it's Matt Reeves working together. And I feel like he would be up to do something like that if the story is good. And again, these aren't no named like cast members. These are some big names, big star names, like, Robert Pattinson, like, Jeffrey Wright, Paul Dano, like, it's a big cast of people. And, Mahershala Ali apparently is on the cast to be in the Batman 2, is from what I saw on IMDb and online and stuff. So, like, there's a lot of crazy things I've been hearing about this movie and stuff. And I've been hearing that it's going to be, narrated throughout this movie, I think from Bruce's perspective on what's going on, which I love. And I love how this is such a perfect opportunity to bring in, the Riddler, because we really get to, apparently they're trying to go for that Zodiac, like the noir killer aspect and stuff like that, and like in the tone and everything. And I'm totally down to see all that go down, because I'm thinking earlier on the Riddler gets captured, he does some things, sets everything up, and gets captured, and he's pretty much doing things from the inside to mess with, Batman and stuff. Like, he's setting up all these things to mess with Batman, and hence why Batman goes to see him. It looks like he's going to see him in the jail. So that's why I'm thinking, he's going to be doing a lot of harm behind the bars of Arkham and stuff, and I'm excited to see how all that's going to go down. And it looks like, again, I think Penguin's going to be a pretty big villain, but he's not going to be the main villain, like, how the Riddler is going to be the main villain. I think that, like, the Penguin's going to be a side person almost, and when he gets captured, then he will officially become the Penguin going forward. I don't know if he's, like, really considered the Penguin yet, but it's going to be cool to see how that's all going to play out. All I know is that trailer blew me away, and just by the way the cinematography looked, I already knew I was already like, take my money, just take my money. When that the first trailer dropped, I was like, take my money, I'm sold, I'm there. This is exactly what I want. Please combine these two universes together. I know when I'm done seeing this, this movie, I'm gonna be like, just put the universes together. Like, let's do this. Like, this is what we want. Give the fans what they want. We want this. Like, come on. Like, it fits so well. By just looking at this, I'm like, they could pull this off. You could put these universes together, bing, bang, boom. Like, I don't like it. And it gives that Bruce enough time to grow up and fight that Joker. Technically, let's say that kid's like 10 years old, the Bruce that we saw. And it looks like this Batman's in his like mid-20s, if not late 20s and stuff. So I'm thinking that's what they're trying to go for. And I feel like they could pull that off. You know what I mean? Like, just do it. That's at least what I want. I want to know down in the comments below what you guys want. But next thing we're going to be going on to is my next most anticipated thing. Was Black Adam, and I am really, really, really looking forward to seeing what Dwayne The Rock Johnson does with Black Adam. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with the JSA. Or the earlier JSA, because as we all know, the JSA has grown throughout the years of the DC, throughout DC comics and everything. So I'm from what I know from Stargirl and stuff like that, it's grown a lot from the earlier JSA to the newer JSA throughout the periods of time and stuff. So I'm excited to see I'm excited to see pretty much everybody. Hawkman, there's some other like names I can't think on the top of my head right now. I gotta look it up because it's gonna like mess with my head. Let me look. Black Adam. Yeah, like we're gonna be getting Dr. Fate again. By Pierce Brosnan. I'm really excited to see what he does with Dr. Fate, because I love Dr. Fate. He's such a cool character, and I just can't wait to see what they do with that. I remember Dr. Fate from the Smallville days, in the JSA of Smallville and all that stuff. So I'm just excited to see how that's all going to play out, and I'm excited to see Carter Hale, which again is Hawkman. I'm excited to see Atom Smasher. That's going to be very interesting to see. And just, everybody else. And, I think the other one's name is, Cyclone. I'm just excited to see those characters I don't really know much about. Like, I know about the Atom Smasher. I don't really know much about Cyclone. But I'm just excited to see how that's all going to play out. But my main thing is I'm excited to see from that teaser we got, with again, the people coming into the tomb saying, Shazam, and there comes Black Adam, The Rock, he's making his first debut, and actually, Rock responded on Twitter or Instagram or something and said that was his first thing he shot when he was on set. Like, that was the first scene that they shot, with him, grabbing the guy by the neck, pretty much electrocuting his skin off, and pretty much he's just bones and crushes his throat, and it just goes down to his feet. And then, they're shooting guns at him, and he's just floating up, and they're still shooting at him. You know what I mean? Like, that's insane. I'm a little worried because I've never seen The Rock get to the point where he's just angry, and we see that, like, that villain aspect. I've never seen him do that. He's known to do a lot of, comedic, comedy stuff. I've seen him in Fast and the Furious. I've seen him as the Scorpion King, but I've never really seen him get to the point of you're a villain, or you're like an anti-hero. Like, I've never seen him play that, and I'm hoping when I need that first trailer that will really show me if I could really see him play this role. I think he's made for the role. Don't get me wrong. I love The Rock. The first trailer will really let me know what I'm in store for of how he'll actually pull off Black Adam, because Black Adam is no joke. Oh, he's a big threat, especially when they do that Superman crossover and Shazam crossover where Shazam and Superman are going to have to fight him. That's going to be insane, which I think my theory is Henry Cavill's going to be coming back if not them recast for the new Superman. So I think it's going to be Black Adam, Shazam, and I think at the end of Shazam we're going to see Black Adam appearance or whatever, and then they're going to and then Superman will be in the next movie, and Shazam will fight Black Adam and stuff like that. That's my theory. Who knows if that will be right or not, but I think that, Henry Cavill is definitely going to be coming back to do that. I feel like that's where they're going to be going, but who knows, that could change. But I'm just excited to really see that first trailer to really show me if The Rock can pull this off. Again, I think he can. When he really loves the script and really gives it his all, he can do it. He does it. He can do anything literally. So I have a feeling he's definitely going to pull this off. I mean, from what we saw, I didn't really see his facial expressions, but from what I saw, I was like, okay, he looks like an evil dude. But But I'm really excited to see his actual facial expression, the way he talks, the way he actually means he's serious. Like, I need to see that to really be like, you're a threat. I don't see the whole comedic Rock and everything like that. I need to just be like, okay, wow, you are Black Adam. You're scary. Oh my God. I really need to see that. And hopefully in that first trailer, we'll see it. But my third favorite thing that I was really looking forward to is The Flash. Okay, so pretty much I don't know if people know this, but I'm not the biggest fan of Ezra Miller. When I first saw him in the Justice League movie or Justice League movie, which again, that Justice League movie is trash. But I did not like it. I didn't like the suit. I didn't like the way he was acting. I was like, I really don't like this. I'm like, remember, this is me coming out. I'm a big fan. I was a big fan of the Flash, the CW Flash show. And I was like, Grant Gustin is Barry Allen. He is the Flash. I still think that, even though I don't like that show, I still think he's the best Barry Allen and the best Flash we've ever seen. But the writing for him is trash now. Ever since we were done with season 3 on, the writing's been trash. The suit's been trash, and there's been big problems with that show. But nevertheless, I just never liked anything about Ezra Miller's Flash until we got the Snyder Cut, and that changed everything. Like, the way they made him, and the way the different, they give him different, good dialogue, and the way they made him run a lot better. I still don't like the whole, he still kind of does that, and I'm not a fan of that. I'm hoping in this movie, whoever the director is of the Flash movie, I feel like he'll actually give him the right run, because, from what we saw from this, teaser that they put together, everything is on point. I'm loving that suit. It really reminds me of, what do you call, what is it? I'm totally blanking on what the name is. Was it Young Justice? No, it's just Justice, right? I forget that the one Justice League game. I can't believe I'm forgetting the name. Justice League game. Justice League game. I can't believe I'm forgetting the name of the game, guys. I'm so sorry. I gotta figure this out. It's like bothering me. It's just called Justice. Yeah. Injustice. Yeah. It reminded me of the Injustice costume that we see the Flash wear in the game. So I was like, this is sick. I'm loving this. I love how we're past all the the whole classic everything this and that. We're getting to the Injustice suit, which I love. Of the lightning all over, the glowing lines all over the suit. I was like, I'm loving this. That helmet is atrocious of that suit, though. I'm sorry. Whoever made that helmet, it's just not good. It looks like the Lego. It looks like a shout out to the Lego Flash helmet. It's so big and bulky. It's not even funny. But I'm down for that costume. It looks like Bruce Wayne, really, because he did look at his suit in the Justice League movie and be like, okay, could use some upgrades, this, and that, and we're away from that clunky armor crap. It looks like he can actually run in this, like it's made for, a speedster. So I'm down for it. I'm there. I just hope they change that helmet, or I hope that maybe when the movie comes out, it looks a lot better. God knows, who knows? They're still in production of that movie. I'm hoping maybe they hear the fans' reaction to that helmet and they change it. It's just so clunky. I'll probably put up a picture here on what it looks like. It's not just me that thinks that. Everybody all over the internet hates that helmet. It looks like the Lego Flash helmet. I kid you not. It looks terrible. But the suit looks cool. That one shot when he's standing in the water and he just looks sick right there. It looks freaking phenomenal. I'm just super excited to see what they are going to be doing with that, with with this Flashpoint movie. I'm super excited. I love the logo right away, and I love the music. The music is there. The logo looks cool. The Flash suit is a big step up from what we got from the Justice League movie and everything like that. And I just feel like everything's there, and he's gonna have yellow lightning. Thank the Lord. Oh my God, could not stand that blue lightning. That was my biggest pet peeve of the Justice League movie and even of the Snyder Cut. I just hate the blue lightning. It makes no sense. If you're going to do the Flash, do the yellow lightning. Like, it's not hard. But literally, I'm just happy that it looks like this director really cares about the character and really knows what he's doing. So I have full faith. I have big faith that movie is going to kill it, especially because, Michael Keaton is back as Batman, and I'm excited to see how they're doing a different take of the Flashpoint movie. They are going to be doing that Batman as the older Batman and stuff, as kind of like as the Thomas Wayne and stuff. And I love that. I don't think he's going to be our Michael Keaton. Like, he's Michael Keaton and he's Batman, but he's going to be Thomas Wayne Batman, which I just love that. It's clever, it's cool. And at the end of this trailer, we see the Batmobile and everything, and he's about Barry, it looks like he's about to pull it off, the sheet off the Batmobile, but they don't show it, but we know it's the Batmobile. And we saw, pictures of the classic Batman suit. People are wondering if it's will Michael Keaton actually be able to turn his head in the cowl because it was attached and he couldn't even turn his head. I think it's a loose cowl because it looks like, he's going to be able to turn his head and stuff. At least that's what we hope. But also in this trailer, we see 2 Barrys, which means that one Barry did something, and maybe the other Barry is from a different time trying to stop that Barry from doing it. So it looks like apparently they shot this movie twice, from the one Barry's perspective, I think, before he goes, and the other Barry's perspective when he goes and he tries to come back, which I love because we see 2 Barrys and we see Supergirl, which I'm excited to see that Supergirl. I love that costume. I love how we really see a lot of the red, and then we just see the cool emblem, the family crest of Hope, and it looks like the same Superman S as we see Henry Cavill Superman. And people are wondering if there's going to be a moment where we see that Supergirl, either if she has a movie or maybe if she's in this movie, we'll see appearance from Superman, because there's a lot of secrets we don't know, I feel like, yet about this movie and what's going to happen. So it'd be cool if actually Henry Cavill does pop up to make an appearance and and talks to Supergirl. I think that'd be sick, because as we all know, on Superman's Earth, Kal-El's the only one there, pretty much, and Supergirl's not on that Earth. She's on a different Earth. So I'm excited to see how that's all going to play out, in general. So literally, I'm pretty impressed. And I'm also excited to see if Reverse Flash is going to be in it, because Reverse Flash is such a big key point of Flashpoint. So who knows? I hope he is. But other than that, going on to my fourth, thing I'm pretty excited for, I'm really excited for, is Shazam! Fury of the Gods. I'm super excited to get into Shazam! Fury of the Gods. I'm a big fan of Zachary Levi. I loved him in Chuck. I've loved him in pretty much everything he's done. He's just a great actor, and I feel like he fits this role so well to play, Shazam. I feel like he fits it so well. And, and I feel like, again, the kid that plays Billy Batson, and I gotta figure out that kid's name, because, he's been on Disney. Let me look up Shazam! Fury of the Gods, because it's gonna annoy me if I don't know this kid's name. Asher Angel, and he's awesome. Asher Angel, he was on Andy Mack, back on Disney and stuff. He's just a really good actor, and I think he killed it as Billy Bats, in Shazam. So I'm just excited to see how he's grown and how Shazam is grown, because again, they're the same, they're one and the same. Again, it's just him being older and stuff. So I'm just excited to see, and he's been working out, to play, working out a lot more, before he turns into Shazam. So I'm excited to see how he's grown and learned from his last villain, and where this is going to be going, because they're going to be actually fighting gods. They're going to be going to, Olympus. They're going to be doing a whole bunch of different cool things. They're going to be fighting different creatures, and they're going to be going against, a whole bunch of different, other gods in this movie. And I'm just super excited to see what's going to happen, how the Shazam family is going to take on these new villains. And let's just talk about the suits. They are 10 times better than what the suits were in the first movie. I hated the suits in the first movie. I was like, there's no way that's your actual muscle. I'm gonna be honest. I love Zachary Levi, but I know he was working out, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. There is no way that what we saw was his actual, like, muscle and stuff. That was all padding. And you could tell that was padding. No one looks like that. I was like, that's padding, dude. I mean, I know you got muscle. I believe it. I've seen it. But I'm going to tell you, there's no way that is your muscle. You can tell that's all padding. I was like, that's atrocious. I was like, I mean, some people like that suit. That's cool. I mean, I was bothered by it. I was like, this is just, I just really don't like this suit. But I was like, okay, I'm down with it. I think it's going to upgrade as we get the sequel. I loved the movie. I just really didn't like that suit. I'm like, I kind of know what they're going for. They're kind of trying to make it look like, the comic book and stuff like that. But I was like, if this is going to be in the same universe as Superman, you got to make it look like the Superman suit. And what do you know? That upgrade that they gave them for the Shazam family suits in Shazam is the same texture and the same look as, Superman suit. And I'm just so happy that it looks 10 times better than the other suit. Thank you to everybody that, speaks out about stuff like this because it got changed. Our voices matter. They, without us, these movies wouldn't be getting made. So, I'm just so happy that, we weren't afraid to tell people that those suits are bad. Please change them because look how great they look. They look so good. They look so clean, so fresh. They really look like, and really looks like Zachary Levi really even pushed himself even more because he looks cut and, he looks, he looks big, but he looks cut and lean almost. And, it's like a perfect combination because you can really tell that's his actual muscle there. And I just think it looks freaking phenomenal. And I'm just excited to see where the Shazam family is going to be going forward in this. Because as we all know, there's one seat left in the throne where the throne of, for the Shazam family, there's one seat left. And we all know that's Black Adam's seat. And I'm excited to see again, how will this movie, will there be a cliffhanger? Will Black Adam show up? Because again, Black Adam's first. And then, it's going to be the Shazam, Fury of the Gods. And then, again, Black Adam could show up at the end of that movie because he gets released in this movie because this movie is set to come out before Fury of the Gods. So who knows? He might, get out, do whatever, and be like, oh, they took my throne. Oh, whatever happens in Shazam Fury of the Gods. Because again, they're going to they're going to a different, they're going to, to actual God places, to Olympus and everything, and doing all this God stuff. And I feel like we're really leading into him being the end credit and then him trying to fight them, and then that's when Superman and all them come in and all this stuff. But we really need to see the threat level. If that's what they're going to be leading up to in the Shazam franchise, is Black Adam, Shazam fighting Black Adam. I need to see how The Rock really shows his evilness in Black Adam. I really need to see that in this first trailer. But I'm done talking about that. But now my fourth favorite thing that we're going to be talking about, if I'm correct, because we talked about, we talked about the Batman, we talked about, Black Adam, we've talked about, Shazam Fury of the Gods, or the Flash, we talked about Shazam Fury of the Gods, and now we're going to be talking about my fifth favorite thing we're going to be talking about is we're going to be talking about Aquaman. And I'm excited to see where Aquaman goes because I actually enjoyed the first Aquaman. I was really blown away on, how, oh my god, I don't know why. Every time. It's like, literally, sometimes this frustrates me. Oh, James, okay, I didn't even have to look it up. It popped in my head. I really liked how James Wan really, and it's crazy because he comes from a horror background, but his visuals are just stunning. I really love the way that he made Aquaman look. I really loved, the world of Aquaman, the way, he made, the suit look of Aquaman, even though it looks different in this movie. It's more of like a dark green, which I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of annoyed because I really did like the way the suit looked in the first movie, but I guess it makes sense that it needs to really look modern. It kind of still looked like, like a cartoon almost, his suit, you know what I mean? So I like how they kind of did give it even more of a modern day take with the dark green, and it just looks cool. But I really like that gold suit that he had at the end of the first movie. I really, really liked it, but it is what it is. But I really like how they're really exploring the world of Aquaman, because Aquaman's world is so vast and big in this teaser that they showed. It's like, it wasn't even like, it was like behind the scenes teaser. It wasn't even really like a teaser trailer or anything. But, we really see how, Jason Momoa is happy to be back, and they're really expanding the world of Aquaman, because it's called Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. And I'm excited to see, it's called Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, so we're gonna explore the vast, oceans and seas and everything. We're just gonna explore everything in this movie. And I'm just excited to see, how this movie is going to pick up, because as we all know, Orm is, he's pretty much, got arrested. I mean, it looks like he's in exile because he has like a long beard and long hair, and he just looks like he's been stranded on the beach forever. So I'm excited to see how he's gonna like bounce back and actually treat Aquaman, Arthur as an actual brother, and to see how their brotherly bond can go going forward, because it looks like Black Manta is back and this cool ass armor. It's even I'm so happy because that his dome was big in the first movie, and they actually shrunk it down a bit, and it looks a lot better and cleaner, and just he looks overall just sick. So I'm just excited to see what Black Manta is going to be doing in this movie, because the suit's like 10 times better than the suit that they made in the first movie. It just looks like they really shrunk it down a little bit and really made it look cleaner and cooler, and I just love the new suit design that he has, Black Manta, and to see how he's still going after Arthur for revenge and stuff, or Aquaman for revenge for letting his father die and stuff. So I'm just excited to see where that's all going to go, and to see how the brotherly bond's going to build up, and just to see this world expands, and just see what journeys will go on, and see what colors we'll see underneath the oceans and stuff. I'm just excited because we got some cool shots in the first Aquaman movie. The sound of the tridents when they were smacking against each other underwater, and the way they moved underwater, and the way their voices sounded like underwater, it was just pure awesomeness. I just really, really enjoyed that movie. I own it on Blu-ray. I mean, that was one movie I just really, really enjoyed. I was like, this is just really, really, really good. I just can't get over these sounds and everything, and the colors, and I'm just like, I'm very impressed. I mean, the CGI was iffy on some scenes, but we've gotten so, that movie came out, and I don't even know when the first Aquaman came out, but we had years of CGI building up in technology, so I feel like they're really, really going to key in onto making things look really clean and crisp and realistic. At least that's what I hope for this next Aquaman movie. Again, I don't really want to get into the one downside of the one downside of me going into Aquaman 2 is I don't really want to get into it too much, but it involves Amber Heard and everything that went on with that. I don't want to get into it, but I don't know how that's going to affect everything about Aquaman 2 and stuff. That's what everybody's talking about right now, is how Amber Heard is going to affect the box office on making Aquaman 2 making money and things. Again, a part of me kind of just didn't want to see this movie because she was in it, and I don't think she should be in it, and that's my personal opinion. But it is what it is. I don't know what went on, or what contracts went on while she's still in it. But I'm not going into it to see her. I'm going into it to see what James Wan does with this sequel, and to see Jason Momoa even kick ass even more, and really see how he goes deep into the Aquaman role, and to see how his story goes with Orm and his mother, and see how that all goes going forward. Because also we see in one of the scenes, we see the king, the previous king of Atlantis in this teaser. So I'm just excited to see the history and everything play out in this next Aquaman movie. Again, there was, and that's done. I'm done talking about Aquaman right now. Aquaman 2, the Lost City, the Lost Kingdom. There was a whole bunch of other things on DC Fandom and stuff that I really wasn't very impressed by. I am excited for, of course, Gotham Knights. I'll be checking that out. I mean, they did really miss an opportunity to really get into some gameplay and stuff for Arkham Knight, but they didn't. I'm very impressed with the Suicide Squad game and stuff like that, so I'm going to be buying that, of course. I'd say that was a lot, that was a better presentation for Suicide Squad, and I'm just already, I'm more interested in the Suicide Squad game than Arkham Knight. So I'm going to be getting both of them, of course, anyways, because, I have the PS5 now, and I really want to see how those games look on the new engine of the PS5. So I'm definitely going to get them, of course. But also, we could talk about the Peacemaker series. I hated Peacemaker, and the Suicide Squad movie, James Gunn's Suicide Squad. I literally hated Peacemaker. I'm not happy that ass is alive. Of course, I'll probably check it out, of course. Just to see how, if maybe this show makes me like him. I just hated him in that movie and what he did. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched, James Gunn's Suicide Squad, but I'm gonna drop a spoiler right now. In 3, 2, 1, he kills Rick Flag, and that pissed me off. That really pissed me off. I was so furious. And when that building, and how does he get shot in the throat, and a building falls on him, but yet he survives? Like, how? How? That's so stupid, but whatever. I'll watch it, of course. The trailer kind of sold me on it. I was like, okay, I guess I'll check this out. But other than that, guys, DC Fandom was kind of, in a way, boring. I mean, there was a reason that they saved the Batman trailer for last. There's a reason for that. Because they all knew if we would have, they already, think about it, they released all the other trailers, or not even trailers, but teasers, for all these things earlier on. They did Black Adam first. I think after that, they did, what else? What else did they do? I think Aquaman. I think after Aquaman, they did The Flash, or if not Flash, and then Aquaman. And then they did, what else did they do? And then they did Fury of the Gods, and then they did, Batman way at the end. Because they knew that that's what we all came to see, was that trailer. Literally, that's pretty much why everybody tuned in for, DC Fandom. I'm kind of disappointed we didn't get any Flash Season 8 stuff. That didn't make any sense, how we didn't get any Flash Season 8, footage or anything. I was like, okay, that's where I see Candace Patton, I see, Grant Gustin, but they're not showing anything about their show. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. They talked about, of course, Supergirl in the last season. They talked about Legends of Tomorrow. They talked about Batgirl. I didn't care about any of those things, really, because I fell off of Supergirl, I think, in season, pretty much after the whole, whatever season Mon-El, leaves to go to the future, and after Wynn leaves, I just stopped watching Supergirl. Legends Tomorrow, I stopped watching after Jax and Stein, after Stein died and Jax left, I stopped watching. Batgirl, I gave it a first try for the first episode, and I gave it a couple of episodes after that, and I just didn't like the trailers, didn't like the first episode, and I just stopped watching it. And from what I see, I guess they're getting a season 3 or whatever. I don't even know what they're getting. I think a season 3 now. I still think it looks bad. What is it? I forget what her I forget. It's like something Fox or something, or Fox's son or something, or he's like bat something, or I don't know. And he has that iron helmet, and it's like a bat mask or whatever. That helmet's way too big. I'm just saying it. It looks like Megatron's head. He's got on his dome. Or not Megatron, I meant Optimus Prime's, head on his body. That thing is huge. It looks like he got an Autobot head as his helmet. It is way too big. They need to shrink that down. That's all I'm going to say. I just don't like that show. I'm shocked they got a season 3. But then again, it's the CW, and we're still going strong with the trashy seasons of The Flash after, some season 4 and on. So, who knows? People get sequels all the time on the CW for having trash shows, so it is what it is. But but guys, that was a video about DC Fandom. Again, it was a pretty good thing. Those are the things I'm most excited to see and everything, but mainly it's the Batman. I cannot wait. I'm actually going to be buying a costume and dressing up as the Batman for the premiere of that movie. And there's a lot of stuff coming out next year, for DC, and people think that will this be DC's year to beat Marvel? I'm going to already answer that, and this is my personal opinion. I don't know what you guys are going to think, but no. It's not happening. Again, what they showed me was good, but I still have, I'm still iffy about a lot of things. The only thing I'm not iffy about is the Batman. So, I don't think this is going to be the year where DC beats Marvel. I think, again, DC does have a lot of stuff coming out next year. I think they did that for a reason, because, they're really trying to, I think they're looking at Marvel's thing and they're like, oh, okay, let's just do this. But we have a lot of Disney Plus shows coming out for Marvel. We have a lot of DC movies, some big ones, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Thor, Love and Thunder, and we have, the new Black Panther movie. Those are some big movies compared to these movies and characters we've known for years, and the IP of Marvel that they have built our trust over at Marvel Studios compared to DC EU Universe, whatever, where they make us question everything and stuff, and they keep flip-flopping on everything. So we have people that we have faith in, and we have people that we're just like, so, that's my personal opinion. Again, I'm still excited for a lot of these things for DC, and you never know. Maybe they could surprise me with the Flash movie. Maybe they could surprise me with, with, what else? With, how good, Black Adam's going to be. Maybe they could surprise me on, like, how good Shazam, Fury of the Gods could be. Like, these could be some big, successful movies. I'm not going to doubt them. But again, they only show me teasers and stuff. I don't really know, trailer-wise, what the tone is for all these movies and if these movies will really succeed and make the big money in the box office. Because, again, you're going to have some big, heavy hitters that people are really excited to see for Marvel. Again, I'm a Marvel and DC fan. Again, I have more trust in Marvel because they've earned my trust. DC still has a very long way to earn my trust because it's like, I love the Joker, but that's a part of the DCEU universe. I'm gonna love the Batman, I already know it, but it's again a part in a different universe of the DCEU universe. It's its own thing. Like, that's not really a win for them. It's a separate thing. They really need to really woo me with these movies that they have a part of their universe, and they really need to give me an idea of what they're trying to do because they keep flip-flopping so bad over there. But yeah, I don't even know. But I love the shows on the CW, even though they're in their own universes too. Like, I love Stargirl, I love Superman and Lois, and that's pretty much it. Flash Season 8, I'm hoping surprises me this year, because I'm low-key kind of hoping that this is the last season of The Flash. But again, seasons keep getting renewed, and it's gotten renewed for this long, so who knows if we will get a Season 9 of The Flash. I don't think so. I think this will be it. Let's just hope that if this is it, they actually do a successful last season. That's what I'm hoping. But guys, that was my video of me talking about DC fandom and what I'm looking forward to and my thoughts on it. I'm really looking forward to what you guys have to say down in the comments below about everything that we saw of DC fandom, and let me know what you guys are most excited to see. Again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, put on those notifications, and like this video because I would love to have you guys here, a part of this family here on this channel. We're growing each and every day. We're almost to 400 subs. That is my goal, to get to 400 subs before the end of October, and my goal is to get to 700 before the end of of this year, before we get into next year. And I know we can do it with your love and support. So again, subscribe to the channel, put on those notifications, and like this video. It helps the algorithm out. I say that all the time, and it's true. It helps build this channel. It helps put my videos out there so everybody can see them and everybody can come join this family. And all we do is spread love, positivity, and motivation here on this channel. So guys, again, that was a video. I hope everybody has a great day, a safe day. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.